Hello, my name is Parker Russell, this is the news, and this is WTH is happening on Earth. And this is your wildlife update as of January 16th, 2025. The Palisades Fire in Los Angeles County continue to burn now at 23,713 acres. For those that don't understand freedom units, that's about 17,964 football fields, or for the average European cyclist, that would represent a pedaling distance about 9,596 kilometers, which is like roughly the distance of cycling from like Lisbon, Portugal to like Istanbul, Turkey, and back. Currently, the fire containment is at 22%, and over 2,800 structures have been destroyed. Another 500 damaged, leaving thousands of residents displaced. Tragically, 8 civilian lives have been lost during this occurrence, and 3 additional injuries are reported, with rumors of more coming in. Evacuation orders remain in effort for several areas, while some evacuation warnings have been downgraded as fire crews make progress. However, a curfew is in place in Los Angeles from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the evacuated zones. As regarding efforts on the ground for the brave firefighters, more than 5,200 personnel are actively battling the fire and utilizing 540 engines, 44 helicopters, 66 bulldozers, and 60 water tendons. That's these things. I didn't know what those were. Firefighters are focused on reinforcing containment lines while tackling hotspots. International teams from Canada and Mexico have joined U.S. crews, and federal support from President Biden and his administration ensure full funding for the next 6 months of emergency efforts. Regarding something I don't do, health and safety. Officials warn that toxic ash and debris in burned areas pose serious health risk. Residents returning home are advised to avoid using leaf blowers or vacuums to clean ash. Wear N95 masks or respirators, that's what they're called, and keep windows closed to reduce exposure to air pollution. That is how I speak. Regarding weather concerns, and the bitch that started this crap, the Santa Ana winds that fueled the fire have subsided for now, providing a brief respite. However, forecasters warn these dry, strong winds could return as early as Monday, creating critical fire conditions once again. Fire crews are on standby to prepare for this renewed risk. Now, regarding something that's impossible to do in a capitalist society, how can you help the residents? As regarding for support for the residents, evacuation centers remain open across Los Angeles and Ventura counties, offering shelter, food, and resources for displaced families and their pets. You can't forget about the pets, man, like for real. Residents can also access disaster recovery centers to replace vital documents, apply for relief loans, and seek mental health counseling. For those searching for missed loved ones, the Red Cross Family Assistance Line remains available at 800-675-5799. To repeat that, for those that are seeking missed loved ones during the crisis, you can contact the Red Cross Family Assistance that will help you at 800-675-5799. Now, regarding something that's impossible to do when you look at the news, but let's look ahead. California lawmakers are proposing several bills to address wildlife recovery and preparedness, including pausing mortgage payments for victims, creating wildlife management funds, and offering tax incentives for fireproofing houses. Meanwhile, rebuilding efforts are beginning in Los Angeles, as Mayor Karen Bass is signing an executive order to streamline debris removal and provide 1,400 housing units for displaced families. In regards on how you can help, for those outside of California, verified charities such as the Red Cross and local recovery organizations are accepting donations to support the victims. Residents are encouraged to stay vigilant against misinformation circulating on social media about the cleanup and relief efforts. Regarding something that politicians don't pay attention to, but the environmental impact. Now, regarding environmental impact beyond the burn area, wildfires release large amounts of particle matter and toxic chemicals into the air. Even areas hundreds of miles away may suffer from unhealthy air quality, impacting residents, wildlife, and ecosystems. What most people don't know is after a wildfire, the soil in the burned area becomes less permeable, leading to increased runoff during rains. This could cause flooding, landslides, and water contamination downstream. These fires release stored carbon from the trees and vegetation into the atmosphere, contributing to the greenhouse gas and the emissions of climate change. Great, more hot winters. On a serious note regarding humanity, survivors of wildfires may experience trauma, anxiety, and stress from losing homes, possessions, and loved ones. The evacuees may not only lose their homes during this, but also experience extended displacement, disrupting schooling, work, and community ties. First responders also face emotional tolls for long, intense firefighting efforts. Beyond the obvious, which is property damage, local businesses may suffer due to closes, reduced tourism, and the cost of the recovery efforts. Regarding the policy of urban planning, despite the high risks, many communities rebuild in areas that remain vulnerable to future fires. This raises questions about zoning laws, building codes, and long-term sustainability. Firefighting demands significant resources, including personal water and equipment. Balancing these needs against other emergency situations or future wildfire risks can be a challenge for California. Homeowners in high-risk areas often face skyrocketing insurance premiums or find it difficult to secure coverage at all. In regards to technology and investigation, civilian drones used for photography or curiosity have interfered with firefighting aircraft, grounding them and delaying critical suppression efforts. So please keep your fucking drones out of the area. In cases like the Palisade Fire, investigators are combining through efforts of video, witness accounts, and physical evidence to pinpoint the origin of the fire. Regarding the everyday impact of California, there are reports of power outages, water contamination, and damaged infrastructure, obviously, are immediate challenges for residents in the affected areas. Residents returning to their homes face hazards from toxic debris and ash, requiring careful cleanup efforts and specialized equipment. But what do you guys think? Write down in the comments below. My name is Parker Russell, this is WTH is Happening on Earth News, and I'll see you around. Bye.